What's up, ladies and gentlemen of the interweb? Today is Tuesday, January 23rd, 2024, and this is Playbite, the show where I bring you the best PlayStation news in a tiny bite-sized form. So if that's something that sounds interesting to you, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Square Enix just wrapped up their financial holdings for the last quarter, and there was some interesting news and interesting questions being asked of them. And they kind of gave us an insight onto what their future for the Final Fantasy series and their whole game library actually holds. The most interesting of it is the potential for live-action films. Recently, tons of PlayStation properties have been getting live-action adaptions, and Sony themselves, Sony Pictures, has been grabbing all these different video game franchises who wants to make movies, such as Nintendo's Legend of Zelda movie, and making it a reality. So I feel like Sony would grab this in a heartbeat to make a Final Fantasy movie. But here's the quote from the holdings meeting itself, coming from page 12. There have been 16 installments in the Final Fantasy franchise thus far. Do you not think that that makes for a high barrier to entry for game users who have never played any of the games in the series before? You have peers that have adapted their IP for the big and small screens. Why do you think of such adaptations to other media as a way of growing the franchise's fan base? And then Square Enix said, we are open to multifaceted approach to leveraging our IP and want to explore the possibilities of cross-media adaptations of the Final Fantasy franchise as a means of further diversifying our sources of earnings. Be it Final Fantasy or one of the other franchises, we want to put them in front of a global audience representing diverse age demographics through whatever channels may allow for that. We hope to include specific initiatives of this sort in our forthcoming medium-term business plan. Medium-term business plans can be anywhere from right now to 5 years from now. And with all the things in Japan taking off right now into the stratosphere, specifically films, that's why I wore my NASA jacket specifically for this video. And it seems like now is a really good time for Final Fantasy to get adapted into a live-action film. I imagine they would start with Final Fantasy 1, but I also feel like there's a reality where they just start with Final Fantasy 7. Final Fantasy 1 through 6, I'm not gonna lie to you, they kind of suck. They're not really worth playing. So if they skip those and just start at 7, ho ho ho, Final Fantasy 7, the game that keeps on giving. I feel like after Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3 concludes, I feel like that'd be a perfect time to announce the live-action movie, and then we can finally let Final Fantasy VII rest. Which is actually really depressing to say, because I don't want it to come to an end. I am enjoying this comeback of Final Fantasy VII. But if they don't bring Final Fantasy to live-action first, what else would it be? They've kind of lost all their IPs of value over the last year. They don't got Tomb Raider anymore. They don't got Guardians of the Galaxy anymore. So what's left that they could do? Dragon Quest, maybe? But that would be just another Final Fantasy movie, but just a different vibe. We'll have to hold out and wait over the next couple of years to see where this goes, but I think it's definitely going to go somewhere interesting. Well, with that being said, that was the news today. How do you feel about it? Are you going to watch the live-action Square Enix movies? Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Try not to die, and I'll see you in the next video.